George at Cycle Gear, and I'll tell you, I'm really proud to be sitting here with Brett King from Brett King Designs. Now, Brett is a world-renowned helmet painter, and we are so stoked to have Brett's Helmets Designs here with us here at Cycle Gear. So these are going to be some exclusive designs that are for the motorcycle industry and their Arai helmets specifically, which are one of the best names we know in helmets. And so, Brett, we're so stoked to have you here today. Really
Thanks.
stoked to have you. I know you got a really busy schedule, so thanks for sharing your time with us here today at Cycle Gear. Thank you so much.
Glad to be here.
If I can ask, you know, everyone has a starting point of somehow. What was your motivation to paint helmets and not be a race car driver or something like that? What was your motivation?
Basically, I've always been an artist. I've always loved drawing. I always drew cars when I was a kid and bikes and stuff. And so when I started racing bikes when I was a kid, I wanted to paint my helmet, and that's kind of how it happened. So.
You say racing bikes. What kind of bikes?
Originally, I actually started racing motocross
Nice.
When I was a kid.
My passion.
Yeah,
Nice.
So I raced 80s and then graduated to 125s.
Cool.
You know, before the whole four-stroke thing happened. So,
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah, so
that is
cool.
excellent. Wow, there's so much fun in riding two strokes. It's immediate, it's fun. Keeps somebody on an 80, keeping your fingers in that clutch lever.
Oh, yeah.
Good times,
Yeah.
good times. So now, you got into motorsports. Now, how about the whole helmet bit, painting helmets?
So basically, the helmet thing, I just kind of lucked into it. I painted my own helmet, like I said, when I was a kid, and then all my friends wanted them, and you know, it kind of snowballed from there. And so I did it for about 8 years, and when I first started, and so that's kind of how I got into it.
So painting your own helmet. So now, would you go down to the hardware store and get some rattle cans of paint and some tape and tape stuff off?
Yeah, I mean, basically, if my memory serves me correctly, I think my dad took me down to an auto body shop, and at that time you could get neon spray cans and stuff like that. And so I did that. My very first helmet it was all spray cans and whatnot.
That's cool.
And then after a couple of friends really wanted me to do theirs, and my dad actually bought me an airbrush, which was cool. And so then it kind of started from there.
Nice. And how long have you been doing this now?
Like I said, I originally started when I was 15, and I did it for about 8 years. And then I had a 13-year hiatus where I actually left to go work at a bicycle company. And so then I just started back up 4 years ago with Brett King Design the way it is now. And
cool.
So yeah, here we are.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you work for a bicycle company. What company is this?
It was called Felt Bicycles.
Felt Bicycles, yeah.
So I was the third guy hired in there, and
That's cool.
Yeah. So,
Little moto connection there as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
With Jim Phelps.
That's
and,
great. That is
being a
awesome.
Mechanic for Johnny O, and so pretty cool.
That's awesome. You know, it's got to be. I know for myself, I feel so blessed I can make my living in something I'm very passionate about, riding bikes and seeing other people ride motorcycles and having proper apparel that makes it more enjoyable for them. And it's got to be just a joy for you as well to paint and make a living and have such an awesome designs and awesome company.
I thank my lucky stars every day. I mean, you know, it's fun to do something that you're really passionate about and that you enjoy to do. You know, as the wise men once said, it's not work if you love to do it. So,
That's right. Exactly.
So, I mean, it is work, but but it's good work. So,
Well, you work very hard at this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a one-man show at this point in time with the business, and I do all the the designing, painting, all the office work, all the social media. I have to try to keep up on my website as best I can. So it's a lot of work, but I'm a hard worker, and I don't really wane at that endeavor, I guess, if you will, to do it all. So.
I'll tell you, if you're saying you're a one-man show, dude, you do an awesome job. Go on your website at brettkingdesigns.com. It is pro, it's easy to navigate, it looks great, and I tell you, these designs you have are absolutely just incredible. To me, this is a very fresh idea and design that is like timeless. It's like years from now, this will still be a current, relevant design, and to have you be the guy doing it all is absolutely a huge credit. It really is.
Yeah, no,
these are beautiful helmets. Beautiful helmets. Really nice.
Yeah.
Well, now, what makes you stand out over all the other cats in the business who paint helmets, what's Brett King Design all about?
I think for me, it's more so about the way you approach helmet painting and the way that you approach the design. The one thing that I found when I started the business again was that there was a lot of like copycatting going on between everybody, and a lot of the stuff all looked the same, but it was just kind of massaged into a different way and thrown with different colors, and that was about it. There was no real cutting edge creativity that was happening. And you know, thank my lucky stars, I'm fortunate enough to be a good designer, and so that was the thing that I kind of wanted to bring to the table, was to continually evolve styles and designs and actually try to drive the trends of the market. So it's so far so good. I mean, it seems like, you know, what I've been doing has been affecting what a lot of other people do, because I definitely see my design cues in all different aspects of racing. So it's been pretty neat to see the progression and the acceptance, I guess, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so.
Well, no, you're cutting yourself a little short when you say a good designer, dude. You're an awesome designer. I really mean that, and it's kind of cool that, you know, motorcyclists. Let's face it, we ride motorcycles for different reasons. If people drive cars in the first place, we tend to be enthusiastic. We love life, and we roll a little different.
Yeah.
And I have a helmet that's unique and different. It's like, you know, that just kind of separates us apart from anybody else on the planet who's doing this. And again, your designs are fresh and they're cool and they're timeless. And, you know, considering the life of a helmet today is 5 years, that design will carry on way beyond the helmet life. Even sitting on your shelf after the helmet's done its job, that thing's going to just look cool, a piece of art wherever it sits.
No, thanks. Yeah, no, I mean, that's the one thing that a lot of people say about my helmets too, is once they get them, you know, after I painted them, most people don't even want to wear them. Because it's, you know, a really nice piece of art, and they don't want to wreck it. You know, so I think that's the one thing that's really cool about this partnership that we're doing with these production helmets, is it's going to make it a lot more attainable to a lot more audience of people. So I'm excited about it. It's cool. You know, we'll see how it goes. So.
Well, we're excited to have your designs available to Cycle Gear, and again, we're the partnership with Brett King Designs and Arai and Cycle. I think it's a great marriage to offer the public awesome products and something that's unique as well.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, and that's the thing. I am very strategic about who I partner with, and you know, Arai, you know, is obviously the gold standard of helmets, and you know, I'm very fortunate that we were able to make this happen and make it work, and I'm really excited that Cycle Gear is a part of it as well. So
thank you for that. Thank you.
No worries.
So let me ask, so, you know, you hear about musical artists and other artists having inspirations for their work. What inspires you? Is there certain people or things that inspire your designs?
Quite honestly, not just one thing, but like many different things. You know, say for example, the snowboard industry, they're always very cutting edge on everything they do. The moto industry obviously is really cutting edge. But also, you know, obviously bicycles, but you know, aside from that, lots of fine artists. I really get a lot of inspiration from a lot of different people in that regard. Architecture, I'm really into modern design.
Great. Oh, that's cool.
You know, so furniture design, all kinds of different things. So I really, whenever I go out into public or wherever, I'm constantly scanning my surroundings and looking for inspiration from different things. And, you know, if I see something that I think is cool that I could use to manipulate into something else, then, you know, I'll take a little photo of it with my phone and, you know, and store that for later, you know, and just use all these different things to kind of create my own style. So
that's fantastic. I think it's really cool that you're taking an organic view of this, that everything in life could be an inspiration.
Oh yeah, no,
and that you're and putting that in your work is absolutely, and it shows. I mean, the work is just impeccable. Now, do I understand this is your personal lid?
Yeah, this is my go-kart helmet. So I race shifter karts. So this was my latest and greatest of that. So.
And that is great. The detail is absolutely amazing, from the chrome work and the
like an ice pearl.
No, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Just absolutely beautiful.
It was fun on this helmet too, doing everything is all reversed on it, so all the logos, everything is all backwards. So when people first see it, it kind of throws them off a little bit, which is kind of neat.
It's great.
And, and I did a little tribute to my mom that passed away a couple of years ago on the back. That's her name.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
that's awesome.
That's
awesome.
All good. So
that is fantastic. Cool. Well, let me ask, what kind of time would it take to design something like this?
It depends. Some days designing for me is just instantaneous. I could design something like this in an hour, but then other days, maybe 2-3 hours. It depends. So, and then to paint something like this would probably be 30 to 40 hours of time.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of time.
Wow.
It's really labor intensive. So, yeah.
So each helmet, from the time you design it and paint it, you're looking at a couple weeks worth of time.
Yeah. So
wow,
that's the
amazing.
thing. Yeah, no, it's a lot of work, and so I try to work on a couple at a time, so I can kind of bounce in between the two. So yeah, but that's it's definitely a lot of work.
I think that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Again, I can't stress enough. It's so cool to have this kind of a connection and to have you here showing off your designs with us today.
No worries.
So now, you do a lot of paint schemes for many athletes all over. Mm-hmm. Who are some of the athletes that we might recognize?
Basically, I have a team BKD, a team of drivers and that I have throughout different forms of motorsports. So I try to handpick what I would consider the sponsor's dream of who to work with. So in IndyCar, it's Joseph Newgarden. So he's an incredible driver, very talented young guy. So I have him. I have Fabian Coulthard, which races in V8 supercars. He's another really badass, talented driver.
Cool.
Jamie McMurray, he races in NASCAR for Chip Ganassi. He's a great guy. God, who else? Connor DeFilippi, he's a Porsche junior racer. He races over for the factory Porsche team in Europe.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so,
That's great.
And then I have a couple other, up-and-coming racers that are, super talented that everybody will start to know over the next few years.
So people all over the world are wearing your designs, Brett King designs.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
That is got to be really cool.
Yeah.
To flip on TV and see some supercar race in Australia, and there's one of your guys riding around.
And actually, I painted a helmet for Esteban Gutierrez, who's a Formula One driver for. It was 2 years ago for the Austin Formula One race. And so that was pretty special as well to paint a Formula One helmet within 2 years of starting the business. I was pretty excited about that.
Absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
So with all your helmet painting experience and incredible designs, do you design graphics for cars and such as well?
Yeah. So that's another thing. When I first started the company, I didn't really want to push that too much as a service to people. But yeah, now I'm kind of opening those floodgates. And the most recent and probably seen car that I've done was for Snap-on Tools. It was Cruz Pedregon's 95th anniversary livery design for his car. And
funny car.
Yeah, it's funny
car.
Who
doesn't love funny cars, right?
Yeah, I mean it was pretty cool, and the team actually won a Wally Award for best appearing team at that first race too. So
that is great.
Pretty cool.
How cool! Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I need to nab me one of those Wallies. So
that is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Cool.
So now, with all of your designs that you put together, and you're now kind of making your way into the two-wheel world. Mm-hmm. Is there anything that you would expect the two-wheelers to offer you in return to keep you encouraged to design more helmets?
Just buy them.
Got it.
No, I mean,
I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
I think you've proven that your designs are absolutely fresh, and I can't think of a designer I've seen in the past years that it's simple, but it's so fresh and cool. It's like, man, I'll be proud just to hold it in my hand and walk around the pits with your helmet, let alone wear it. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, no, I think that's the thing. It's my goal is just to continually outdo myself. So, it's going to be exciting to see how the market responds to that. So, I think good things are in the works. So it's going to be.
I think
exciting.
you're right.
Yeah.
Well, just from going to your website and looking out your techniques and your shop and such, what do you believe makes your techniques and your quality stand out over everybody else who makes stuff out there?
I think it's the approach of doing things as clean as possible. So I mean, even when I tape out, a color or spray it, it's all about just being a perfectionist, and not letting
I can see that.
Not letting anything slip by the cracks, and just look at it like you're building a Bentley. I don't know how many people have watched those factory videos of when they build Bentleys.
I love those shows, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. So that's kind of the standard that I try to hold myself to. When I would do the work. So
yeah, I look at the detail and boy, it's got to be incredible to do all this stuff. And if you say you're a one-man show, it's quite a show you're putting on.
Oh,
it really is quite a
Thanks.
show. I really mean that. So yeah, this is such a cool opportunity for Cycler to have some of your designs available to the public. Mm-hmm. And again, it's we're always trying to keep things fresh. And Arai is, again, we know is a world leader in helmets, and having Brett King Designs and Brett here with us talking is just absolutely fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
So I have to say thank you so much again for your time and your busy schedule to talk about your helmets and what makes your stuff so unique. And again, we're very proud to have Brett King Designs in all of our stores.
No worries. Thank you.
Brett.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much.
Cool.
Thanks again, man.
Thank you.